what going from being a broke criminal teenager growing up in Oklahoma to writing several books, having an online marketing agency, traveling the world, and doing all of the different projects that I've done since then has taught me. Um, in that, the first thing is listen, you are what you are. The results that you're getting in your life are because it's the results that you're putting out. Output equals input. All right. And so the first thing that I had to do was I had to realize that and realize, okay, well, things aren't going to change unless I change. And then that seems like a profound realization, which it is, but it's not the end, because then it's like, well, okay, well, how do I change? How am I supposed to change? What does that process look like? And I went through every course imaginable, you know, um, trying to figure out, okay, how can I step closer to my potential? And because that's where I think happiness is. Now I realize, I said, okay, well, we have to be stepping closer to our potential, if we want to be happy. I fully believe that. But growing up as a broke kid in Oklahoma, I had no idea what was even available to me. And so I think the first step is look around you, see what other people have, see what you want, see what kind of life you want. And then here's the secret, and this is something that was totally counterintuitive to me because I guess I was arrogant. And here it is. Don't try to be that person all at once. Okay? Now, I thought I could just step into any role. I could just perform anywhere. And that might have been my time in the Marines that kind of pounded that into me. It's like, you can do it, just jump, just jump, just jump, and I think to a certain extent, if you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, yes, it's true. But if you come out with like this all-out optimized lifestyle plan, you're like, okay, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m., then I'm going to do this at 5:05 a.m., then I'm going to do this, and you just, and then 6 you're going to do this, and 7 you're going to do this, and you're going to eat, and you're not going to drink coffee until this time, and you come up with all of these different rules, and then you wonder why, you like your optimized lifestyle only lasts you a day. It's because you're trying to step into a a role that you're not ready for yet. And so, how do you do it? And here's been the best answer that I've found, that has been able to take me from a complete wretch of an individual. I don't think that there are too many people that um, can say that they're starting below me. I've been starving um, before, and living off the pity and eating bananas, and fasted for days. Like it's like 2 day fast because like I don't have any food. And so and I know that there are people in impoverished nations and things that have had this sort of situation as well. But that's where I'm coming from. I didn't come from privilege in my family or anything like that. I didn't know that I could go to college. Like I didn't know anything about education loans. All this stuff that people are like, fighting for right now. It's like, someone needs to pay my education loan. Like I didn't even know that existed. In rural Oklahoma, like I didn't know what the opportunities were, and the only option that I saw was joining the Marines, and so that's what I did. But here's the answer for going from where you are now to where you want to be, and it's 1%. Um, what is the small change that you can make now? What's the small change you can implement now? And this sounds slow, but it's not. Okay, trust me. This is the fastest way that you can improve yourself. It's start with what you can do. Now, for a lot of people, this is exercise. Okay, so if you haven't been exercising, exercise. And I know it seems like, well, how's that going to make me more money? It will. It will. It's going to instill in you discipline. It's going to instill in you a sense of drive that will drive you to be more successful in other areas, as well as the health benefits will give you a boost of energy that it'll take to be successful in other areas. It's the foundation. You have to have a healthy body, okay? And I know that some people reach success and they're not in the best shape, but if you're starting from nothing, it's a great place to start, okay? Don't change anything else. Just start to exercise and do it consistently every morning. And if you're already exercising and you want to take the next step, then journal, write about it, think about your day, analyze your situation. Just a little bit of journaling, and or now everybody doesn't write that well or like to write, and that's fine. For people like that, go for a walk. It'll help you clear your thoughts. And it's these small little habits add up, okay? And if you don't want to go to the gym to exercise, which is fine, a lot of times I don't like to go to the gym either. It's a pain. It's out of the way, it takes too much time. There are a lot of workout apps that you can download on your phone that are actually excellent. Look at them, okay? I just decided to give Fitify a try, and so I'll be using that. Before I was using one called Home Workout, but it's a little limited, and so I'm looking for a new one, and so I just subscribed to Fitify. I think that's what it's called. And so I'll be using that one going forward. And I think there's a social sharing aspect. So if you want to compete, and that's a feature on Fitify, I think, then let's link up and let's build a community on there. But that'll help keep me in line, and you. And so that's it though. And every time you improve and you get that much better, usually it takes a few weeks, and then suddenly I'll be inspired to add another habit, and just to get a little bit better. And when you do start to journal, something that I like to journal and answer a writing prompt for myself is, how can I get 1% better today? And it's super cliche. Everyone says it's like 1% better every day is 365% better. Well, compounded, it compounds over time. They say all of this stuff that's like intellectual fodder. And it's not, the math doesn't matter as much as the fact that you are improving and that you're adding additional habits that will improve you. So exercise every day improves you until you stop. So if you keep doing it for the rest of your life, you continue gaining that benefit every day. And the more things that you can do like that every day, that will prime you to be at the top of your performance, the better. And the last thing that I want to share in this video that has helped me immensely, that was a stumbling block for me, was I got too rigid with my rituals. Rigidity with rituals. It's not a great thing. And that is in getting too strict. So I found something would work for me, right? So say, for example, I was doing this walking meditation in the morning, that I turned into a run. It's like a walking meditation / prayer that I turned into a run, affirmations, stuff like that, and I found like this is really benefiting me every day. But I got it in my mind, I'm like, I have to do this or I'm not going to be successful, right? And so I got really conservative with it, and I didn't change it, right? Like I got kind of like, superstitious with it almost. It's like, okay, this is the way that it has to be. And then I found myself, I'd go to a new city, and I'm like, well, how am I going to do the same thing here? I can't. And so it would just mess with my whole psyche, right? And I've come to realize that, and then it stopped working as efficiently or as effectively over time as well, even when I'm in the city that I'm talking about. And so what I found is change. Consistent change and improvement of whatever rituals, workouts, um, journal practices, any sort of systems need to be evolving over time, or they get really stale and less effective. Um, Psychologically, right? So like if I go to the gym, I do the same thing every day, it's gonna be great, but there has to be some change up because we are imperfect, we're not robots, right? And so um, to keep things flowing better, constantly improve, and you're never gonna run out of things to improve. That's the good news. So constant improvement, constant adaptation, and if you want more hints on specifics for all of that, subscribe to my channel here, and I will be here for you regularly. And if you have any questions, just drop them down in the comment box. I am committed to you, and I want you to reach your potential. So if you have any questions for me that I can help you to achieve that, then I would be thrilled to answer them for you. So go ahead and ask them down in the comments, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.